We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field.
Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back to throw, Howell. This pass hauled in by Dodson. And he's going to be brought down right there at the 29-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
You look at this Eagle defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team.
He completes this to Cole Turner.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up the 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Going around to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll go play action. Howell
rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That is caught, and he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Eagles at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0 for 4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 48-yard line.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
In motion right, Watkins. Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Hurts to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on third down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
In motion right is Pittman. Throwing here, Howell.
And his throw is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion. The struggles through the air continue because so far the lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Howell going to audible to something else.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That third down conversion good for 23.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Robinson on a give right side.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one down the line of scrimmage.
Second down, but this one is incomplete.
They'll definitely say that's when he should have held on to him. But when you put in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now Howell.
And he'll be hit as he releases it.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Steps away to his left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Down the sideline it goes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. They'll roll him out right. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They go play action with Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Faking the handoff. Howell. He'll buy some time right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Eagles 7.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And this one is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And Howe will throw it.
Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Out to his left.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On second down, Swift.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Here's Swift.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
This is caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run with Swift.
And he's in. Touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And they're back with a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back in so close to their goal line, they've got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Howell throwing on third down here. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell.
Flushed out right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now they go play action with Howell.
Rolling to his left.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I like how he hung in there and went to his progression. Eventually, his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Back to throw, Howell.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Commanders are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Commanders 28, Eagles 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Play action. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play, because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for Eagles. First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Throwing is Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Like watching paint dry.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Hurts sets up to throw it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Hurts. And it's caught. touchdown, Eagles. Chris Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point. It's going to be interesting here in this fourth quarter. 90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. You know, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. There he goes, right side. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 35, Eagles 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
This is 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. That is caught. And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it.
It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So